Hi there, tea time at last. Don't you just love a cuppa? I bet you rush yours, don't you? Do you know the Chinese have the right way with it? They have tea ceremonies and they really treat tea with respect. And herb teas really deserve respect because they're so good for you. They have such beneficial properties and they taste great too. You know, you make your herb tea just as you would a normal tea. Boiling water over the leaves. Let me show you how. Now I'm starting here just with a little teapot which already has a little strainer in it, which is very handy, and I'm going to use dried herbs here. Now for dried herbs you use 1 teaspoon. If it's fresh herbs you use double, so you would use 2 teaspoonfuls. It's just that when you dry herbs you really bring in all that flavour. So dried is half the quantity of fresh. Now in here I'm going to put in some lavender, some lemon balm, and some chamomile. This is my sleep tea blend and it's so lovely and soothing after a hard day. This will help you sleep, no trouble. Now I'm taking freshly boiled water. I'm going to pour this in over my herbs, making sure they're all covered. And then I'm going to pop a lid on it and leave it for 8 to 10 minutes. Now you really should put a tea cosy on this just to keep all the heat in. Now the lid is important because if you don't put a lid on, then all those valuable essential oils will just go up into the air and you'll lose the benefits. So whether it's a teapot or a cup, always make sure there's a lid, and if they haven't got a lid for a cup, use a saucer, just put that on top and then keep all the goodness into the cup. These cups are great. I found this glass cup and it has a little strainer built inside and then this little clever glass lid. So once your tea has actually infused, you just lift all of this out and you have it there in a glass bowl. I love using glass pots and glass cups for tea, herb teas, because it's so nice to see them. They're so pretty. You don't need to use a teapot either. You could use a cafetiere like this. In here I've got my fever tea. This is great for bringing down a fever if you're really hot, and it's sage and peppermint together. And you see there I've got my fresh leaves, and all I'll do now is just press down the plunger and that's ready for use. It's had its 10 minutes. Now as I said, you can use any type of teapot or a cafetiere, and if you're using a teapot then make sure that you strain out the herbs afterwards. Use a tea strainer like this to strain out, because you really don't want to have a cup full of bits and pieces of herbs. It's not nice. You can use these clever little old-fashioned spoons as well. Just put your dried herbs in here, close up, and you pop that into your mug. Then cover it, of course, and leave that for your 8 to 10 minutes. Really useful. Now other herb blends that are really good, this is my Lavender's Blue blend, which I call my happy tea. It's a mixture of lavender, rosemary, mint and lemon balm, and it's really refreshing and uplifting. You know, if you've got a hangover, morning after night before, this one is really good. And this one is thyme, rosemary and mint, and it helps with a headache and an upset tummy, so that's a good one to remember. Now when you're using your herb teas, and if you think they're a bit bitter and you want to add a bit of sweetness, don't head for the sugar bowl. Use honey instead. Natural honey is far better as a sweetener for herb teas. And just put some in, like so. Give it a stir, and that really helps to sweeten the pot. So that's basically it for herb teas. They are so simple to make. There's so many different recipes, and if you don't actually have your herbs to hand, then buy those herb tea bags in a supermarket and mix your own blends. Put a couple of different tea bags together and see how you like them. Anyway, enjoy herb teas. I'm going to have a slice of cake with mine. So easy, isn't it? Cheers. That's good.